10 Incredible Roman and Ancient Rome Facts. Plebeians were the name given to lower-class Roman citizens. One of the most developed civilizations to have ever left its mark on the planet was the ancient Romans. It is clear why the Romans had such a significant place in the history of the entire planet given their legacy, which spanned more than 1,500 years in total and witnessed the annihilation and incorporation of hundreds of ancient cultures and societies. The history of the ancient Romans contains quite a few intriguing little tidbits, and here are the top 10 facts about ancient Rome and the Romans for your enjoyment. The Roman Empire was so huge that it had to be divided into two halves. Roman plebs made up the majority of the population and were frequently individuals who lacked the means to be categorized as upper class. Due to their social and legal disadvantages, the plebs in ancient Roman society and law frequently experienced civil unrest and violent outbursts. After the plebeian civil impediments were removed in 287 BC, any laws passed by the plebeian assembly extended to all Roman citizens, not only the plebeians. This post frequently shown to be the most important power check for maintaining the equality of the Senate's policies and legislation for all plebs. Despite this, it would still be 43 AD before Britain was actually invaded and incorporated into the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire reached its height in 117 AD, dominating a vast region of more than 5 million square miles. Stalin might try to convince you that number equals quality, but that is just not true. The Roman Empire had to learn this lesson the hard way. As their empire expanded and grew larger, their governing institutions got weaker and more vulnerable to attack, which contributed to the decision to partition the empire in 285 AD. The Western Roman Empire fell as a direct result of this. As was already established, the Roman Empire's expansion was not sustainable, and in 285 AD, Emperor Diocletian chose to partition the Roman Empire as a result of this rapid expansion. He divided the Roman Empire into the Western and Eastern Roman Empires. The Byzantine Empire, which eventually took the name Eastern Roman Empire, ruled over a sizable portion of the Middle East. The Western Roman Empire, however, did not fare as well as its eastern neighbor. Rome was taken by attack in 410 AD, and the empire finally fell apart in 476 AD. However, after a number of skirmishes and fruitless discussions, Alaric I, king of the Visigoth tribe, a group of Germanic peoples inhabiting Eastern Europe, led his army through Rome's Salarian Gate and captured it on August 24, 410 AD. For the Western Roman Empire, this signaled the beginning of its demise. The Western Roman Empire would struggle and make futile attempts to recover, though, right up to its complete collapse in 476 AD. People believe that Emperor Romulus Augustus' abdication in 476 AD marks the official end of the Western Roman Empire, despite King Alaric and his Visigoths attacking Rome for the first time in 410 AD and numerous other armies and kings sacking the city in the years that followed. The Western Roman Empire, which had existed for more than 1,000 years, was then destroyed when Odoacer captured Rome and proclaimed himself King of Italy. Following the fall of Rome, the infrastructure, culture, administration, and education that the Romans had established in Europe quickly broke down, leading to the continent's descent into barbarism and perpetual war. Although it was initially a Greek practice, reclining down to eat was adopted by the Romans. Only upper-class men were allowed to sit down to dine in ancient Greece. All women, children, and members of the lower classes were required to eat standing up. However, unlike the ancient Greeks, upper-class Roman women were permitted to recline while eating, and some lower-class Romans also did so. The Romans as a society enjoyed owning pets, much like their contemporary counterparts. But unlike the typical dogs and cats we have today, the most popular family pets in Rome weren't those. Contrary to what you might see on most TV episodes, only affluent male Roman residents wore togas. Roman senators, for instance, would have a purple stripe on their toga. Plebs, or lower-class Roman citizens, typically just wore a wool tunic. When someone finished using the restroom, they would clean up with a group of sticks that had sponges on one side that were seen in Roman public restrooms. Our team at the Facts site is responsible for verifying the accuracy of our material. The Facts site is the best place to find the most fascinating and illogical facts about animals, famous people, foods, movies, video games, and other topics.